What a night to be alive.
All great stories deserve a sequel, but the truly legendary ones, the ones that touch us deeply, the ones that we recount to our friends and family, those deserve a trilogy. So allow me to Peter Jackson this shit up. We're going Lord of the Bathtubs today, because we've got an old friend returning. Somebody from the ether of history has re-emerged on the scene. I'm talking about Ross, Mr. Bubbles himself. Now, how do I best describe the character we're going to be taking a look at today? For those of you that are completely unfamiliar with him, how do I go about this monumental task of trying to condense this down into just a few snippets to give you the idea of the character we're looking at? Oh, I know.
So basically, first of all, basically, first of all, basically, I have to say is that, I don't know. First of all, how come, like, yeah, sorry, I'm with autism. I don't know how to use words that well, so,
But don't go thinking that he's all, well, okay, likely, okay, I'm with the autism. Because he's got some rage. He's got some anger issues bubbling deep down inside him.
That video's gonna be fucking flagged no matter fucking what! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck you!
He can't help it. He gets a little heated. I blame that on the virginity.
I'm literally just a fucking virgin with rage, alright?
I think we've all been there. Virgins with rage, lashing out at the world because of that injustice. This poor, sweet, sweet incel. He's got that fire in his belly, and he's looking for a fight. Now, I would highly recommend, before we get into this, if you really are unfamiliar with who Ross is, I did 2 previous videos. 2 fucking whole videos on this particular person. One's about a half an hour, the other's about 15 minutes. So in total, we're talking a lifetime TV movie experience. Now, what caught my eye about Ross in particular? What drew me into wanting to make videos about him? Well, that would be a live stream I stumbled across. A live stream that had about 10 people watching it. But by happenstance, by serendipity itself, I happened to catch it right at this moment.
Like, how the fuck is looking that shit up not messed up?
Dude, looking up kids in the bathtub isn't fucking pedophilia. The only reason why it's pedophilia if you jerk off to it. I didn't even jerk off to it at all.
You literally said you have feelings for children and that you need help.
Consider me fucking interested. Now, this led to a series of events that spanned about 2 weeks' time, where I ran into a whole cast of characters. You had Nuclear Gamer, the Texan Terror, who was going to get his friend, Red Bad Bandito, to come super hack me. They claimed that they knew people in Lizard Squad. They fucking claimed, these retards claimed that they knew super hackers who were going to come fuck my shit up. Spoiler alert, when the super hackers heard about this, they didn't give 2 flying fucks because they had no idea who these people were. And there was Ross himself, the virgin with rage, talking about looking at naked children on the internet. And where we last left off, people were very angry. They were contacting law enforcement and his family to try to get something done based on the statements of the things that he had said and written on the internet. And so it looked like Ross had just poofed, he disappeared. Something had happened, somebody had intervened, and Ross was no more. That is, until about a month ago, when he re-emerged from his metamorphosis. He got into his shit coon, and he came out a whole new variety of crap. Now, at first, I didn't even know he returned. That is, until somebody a few days ago sent me a link to a video he had posted. A video which decries his innocence, and says firmly, I am not a pedophile.
I'm going to be going ahead and debunking all the pedophile allegations used against me.
Finally, we're going to get the real story about the persecution that innocent Ross has faced at the hands of the internet. I'm sure this has been one giant misunderstanding. Let's hear Ross's take. Let's hear his hot take on what really happened 7 months ago.
I was like saying like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a pedophile, and afterwards like, and like I am like a creep. I'm like someone who doesn't exist or shouldn't exist or something like that. And the reason why I said that was because they were like saying, oh yeah, doing this 4chan shit where like they were saying like, oh yeah, you know, the Saints were like saying, oh yeah, Ross, the only reason why we made friends with you is to get you off the internet. Pretty much just pulling a prank. And then afterwards I said that I was a pedophile. Because pretty much like after that, then they pretty much hang up. And then afterwards, then a few hours later, Logan reconnects me to a call, and then afterwards, like, says, like, oh, yeah, the reason why you're a pedophile is because you look up children in the bathroom, and it's like, oh, well, Well, you already guessed right, but the thing is, I haven't. It's not pedophilia, though.
Those goddamn internet bullies forcefully trying to convince him that he was a pedophile for looking up naked children on the internet. He only told them he was a pedophile because they bullied him about it. But it's all just an innocent misunderstanding.
Then again, like, getting sexual gratification from, like, prepubescent children. Pretty much, like, even though, like, oh, wait, what was that? Oh, none of the videos I looked at were prepubescent children? Oh. Well, I mean, like, they were toddlers, so even though of that, you know.
Nigger, what? That doesn't... How does that make it better? What the fuck did you just say?
I just stumbled upon YouTube and probably, like, didn't know that it was, like, a child... That, like, probably some parts of YouTube is a child, prostitute... Or not even a prostitute ring, but, like, more like a fucking, like, pedophile ring? What? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even... Well, the thing is that, like, it's not like I could have not known that, you know? How dare you, you know?
This is even worse! It's not just toddlers, you're not just looking up fucking babies, naked babies on the internet, but the naked babies are part of a fucking YouTube pedophile ring, and you just accidentally stumbled into that. That happens to me a lot, I'm sure. I'm looking up video game videos. Hey, when's the next hot Switch title coming out? And oops, instead of Mario, there's a toddler getting fisted. Happens all the time on YouTube, Ross. It's a totally normal fucking occurrence.
Is that I was forced to say that shit. Honestly, like... And, like, the thing is that, like, if I wasn't forced to say that shit, then why the fuck did I say over and over again, I'm not a pedophile, I'm not a pedophile? And here's the reason why. I even gave proof on why, and they don't want to listen to it.
Totally forced into it. He obviously was blackmailed to admit that he was a pedophile. Because if he wasn't blackmailed, how would he tell you that he wasn't a pedophile? Wait a minute, there seems to be some logical inconsistencies with this.
To anybody who uses that whole thing about me quote-unquote admitting that I am a pedophile, etc., or taking that quote from me, I just want to say this, is that I pretty much was not fucking, like, I did not fucking mean that, or anything like that, but, you know, what do I know? I mean, like, you know, as soon as you say something, you know, it's not like, you know, there's such thing as pressuring someone into saying something.
It was just a prank, bro. Just because I told you, literally, verbatim, I am a pedophile, does not mean that I am a pedophile. You need to get on my level of literacy. Alright, I am Mensa level. Your retarded brain can't keep up with that. When I tell you I am something, I clearly mean the opposite of it. Maybe if you brought yourself up to a college reading level, you'd understand that, but you're too fucking dumb to do that.
I remember when Metokur made a video way back then, when he was making a video called Pedobots, where he was going ahead and actually debunking rumors about another person being a pedophile. But now he's doing the exact same thing.
I remember that video too, Ross. That was about a toy collector who was accused of just terrible things. Would you like to know the terrible thing the toy collector was accused of? He made a joke. He made a joke in a socially open Skype call that anybody could hop into. And what was that horrific joke that he made? It was about bees and flowers getting pollinated. Clearly, this man is a sex offender. Luckily, the internet was having none of it. And when they found out a 14-year-old boy heard a bee and flower joke from Reddit, they were ready to lynch him. But you're right, I did come to his defense. I said, that's kind of fucking retarded. Sounds a little bit ridiculous. But I don't begrudge you that, because I can see how you'd think it was similar. He tells a joke about bees and flowers in a Skype group with teenagers, and you make statements like this on live stream.
But I've never heard him once say, I have feelings for children. I haven't
There's a message where he typed it out in Discord.
He doesn't have to overtly say it. He's literally...
You know, I tried hiding that for the longest time, but, you know, I guess I failed to do that. Oh well.
Are you admitting it now?
Yeah, I am. I tried hiding it, but, you know, I failed to do so. I failed to lie to people, and I failed to hide it. So there you go. I do need to seek help. Not just for borderline pedophilia, but also for bloodlust as well.
Oh wait, no, those aren't comparable at all. That's apples and oranges. Fuck, that's apples and a pile of horse shit, Ross. Those are two completely different things. They're not even fruits. They're not even both fruits, Ross. He makes a joke about pollination, and you're telling people that you have a problem, that you're sexually attracted to children, that you've lied about it, and you need help. That seems to be slightly different. A shade of difference, a hue of difference, maybe? But I wouldn't be making a third video if this was all there was to it. I mean, Ross is fucking retarded. He needs to be wrangled from time to time.
Wait, you mean to tell me that pretty much you're the tard wrangler or something?
But I need a little more to go on. I mean, he made some ridiculous statements, but that's surface level when it comes to Ross. What I need is a secretly recorded Discord conversation.
Ross, okay, you need to take a look at your recent history and interactions with the internet and realize that every single thing that everyone knows about you is through your own admission. Like, no one's ever like leaked shit. I mean, I don't really know that. I say so. I take that back partially, but no one's really leaked the bad shit about you. That's all been you. Like this having feelings for children shit, this bathtub kid. That's all stuff that you put out there. So,
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, like the girl about having rape fantasies about, like, I don't know, really. I mean, I already like moved on from her, but like, then again, like, you know, fucking like, it's my ex-girlfriend, and it's like fucking like how like, you know, just like holy water or something like that. Whenever like whenever like, or like sunlight or something like that. Like whenever you just look at her, you just feel like you want to rape her, and that's your weakness.
Whoa!
Is someone recording this?
Oh my god, why would you say that?
Hold on.
Why would you say that?
Ross, why do you have so many rape fantasies?
Wait, what?
That's a real question.
If he wants, I'll be the pitcher.
Why do you have so many rape fantasies?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just why do you have so many?
I don't know.
And we're off to the fucking races. Nothing like starting off with a little bit of rape. My goddamn ex-girlfriend needs to learn her fucking place. Ever since they took away my toddler porn on YouTube, I've had the rage building up inside of me. It's a fucking inferno. And I just wanted to share that with a group of people. I wanted to explain to them that I have fantasies about raping, brutally raping my ex-girlfriend. That is a normal conversation to have, and there's nothing awkward or weird about it. But I don't want you to think that Ross is some kind of a twisted deviant out there with a plan to hurt people. It's not like he sits behind a computer screen plotting out ways of manipulating other individuals with his Machiavellian machinations. Okay, well yeah, there was that one time that his friend was suicidal and he was going to manipulate him into doing his bidding. But who hasn't done that?
After I met up with Boone, I mean, after he tried to like commit suicide, that was my chance to take advantage of it. And
wait, you tried to take advantage?
You just said that right now, dude. Dude, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna let him know.
Get him
now.
in here, Jetrex. Get him in here.
You should.
Holy fuck, dude.
One of my plans were to pretty much like take advantage of the fact that Boone was about to kill himself. So,
Wait, so you knew
yeah.
beforehand? So you knew beforehand?
Yeah, I knew beforehand. He was gonna do a suicide stream, and then afterwards I didn't let anybody else know about it so that he would call my number. You know, like fucking like when I used like fucking emotional manipulation to fucking like pretty much I just did that so that he could be my friend, pretty much, to use like that type of emotional manipulation. For instance, like he was about to kill himself, but the thing is that like I used emotional manipulation for him not to kill himself so that he would be indebted to me, pretty much.
Well, this man sounds like a sweetheart, taking advantage of suicidal people to settle internet grudges and having rape fantasies about your ex-girlfriend, or looking at naked children on the internet, or having violent tendencies and freaking out at people, or threatening to hack people, or threatening to dox people. He sounds like a real charmer, this one. But even this wasn't the reason that I decided to do a part 3. I want you to buckle up. I want you to batten down the fucking hatches, because what I'm going to drop on you should unnerve you. You've heard the statements from Ross. You've heard the things that he has said. You have an idea of what his character is, and if you watch those first 2 videos, you really have an idea of just who Ross is. But it's something he said, not only in the video he himself put up, but in the secretly recorded Discord conversation that really fucking caught my ear.
How dare I? You know, what do I know? I'm just, you know, a guy who's extremely, you know, a terrible human being. I shouldn't be around kids at all. Oh, wait. Never mind. I actually am around kids to this very day. Never mind.
Take a minute to ruminate on that. Ross, the person who has described himself as a borderline pedophile who looks up naked images of kids online. The guy that said he needed to seek help because of it. He works with fucking kids. But how old are those children? You know, what's the age range?
We're having a good time. Come on.
I heard you're a teacher's assistant now, Ross. Is it true?
Yeah, I'm like, why?
How old are the children that you're assisting?
They're like in elementary school. Why?
Oh.
Okay.
But how the fuck did he get access to elementary school children?
But then again, the whole fucking thing is that they don't like check me in my background or anything like that. Oh man.
Of course, who needs background searches for teachers' aides that only volunteer 1 day of the week through community service? They just
hear that
let
he's
him on in the
bragging
front
about
door.
not getting
They
fucking
let this
background
guy.
He's bragging about not getting a background check.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst goddamn school. There is not an element of this anything that isn't shit. Everything about this is shit.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I'm literally telling you the truth right now, is that I do have bloodlust for those I threatened to kill online. I mean, I did have, like, sometimes I did have, like, lust for killing people. Oh no, if I completely lost my fucking mind, I would literally fucking kick a child and then fucking... I shoot up a school when I was a freshman.
In through the front fucking door. The guy that talks about hurting kids, physically hurting children, shooting up schools, has violent tendencies, looks up naked children, has rape fantasies, takes advantage of people that are suicidal. That's the guy working at an elementary school. There is no punchline to this video. It's not going to end on a high note. There's no grand moral lesson. There's no laugh to be had. Ross is a fucking dangerous person. He is mentally unstable.
In fact, like, I lied about only having schizophrenia every 9 months. I usually have that often, actually. I don't know what makes right or what makes wrong anymore. That's
exactly what
Shut up.
Shut up, Ross.
This is Nick Bait all over again. It's a guy that constantly told people he had an issue and nobody believed him. And he had access to kids and he did something about it. Now he's sitting in a prison cell for molesting a girl for years, for making her eat shit, for doing horrendous fucking things to her. And now you have a violent, schizophrenic, working with children. There's only one way a story like that ends, and it's not pleasant.
You ain't wrong. Why would he come back? Why would he come back onto the internet? After the way that everything went before, if he's doing all this shit, why come back to the internet and risk fucking it all up?
Well, apparently he started up a YouTube channel that we don't know about yet, so he can't help but to come back. I never knew about this fucking guy. And now that I do know about him...
Here's what's fucked up. Like, I know I'm saying, like, why would he come back to... Like, I have to stress, if he wasn't so fucking stupid, nobody would know how dangerous of a situation was taking place. If he was halfway competent, this would be just a substantially more dangerous fucking situation. Like, I can't stress how much worse this would be if this motherfucker wasn't so stupid.
If Randomer Cam is fucking defending this guy...
This is what the whole fight with Jim has been about. Over some comments on this video. Or the video he made before this one. The only information that's different, like, he admitted he was a pedophile before. He just didn't work at a school. Now he works at a school, so it's a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like it's becoming a thing to where something's going to happen. I hate saying like something's going to you know what the fuck I'm talking.
Yeah.
This is let's turn the lion loose in a fucking a playground or something. It's stupid. Like I don't know why he would say that this is what's happening. You know, I don't know why he would give it away. It's this weird thing where like people like this, they want to get caught or something. There's something. It's not a shock probably to anybody who hears this, but yeah, there's something really fucking wrong going on over there in that guy's head. All kinds of things are not firing off right. Yeah, this is that ugly shit on the internet.
Let's see. Foregone says, does this guy live with his family? Apparently, he lives in a house in a like home. In like yeah, he lives with other people that have mental issues. Alright, let me finish reading these signs and I guess we'll fuck off. I don't. Hey man, nice shot for 2 says thanks for the stream, gentlemen. Good night. Matt Field says Docs is somewhere. I'm not gonna put it out there. You can find it. Send to the Los Angeles FBI. Look, I'm sure enough people know. If you know something, just send it to the FBI. Don't spread it around. Just. The Guardian for 10 says, I would like to point out that Jonathan Ross tried to team up with Brightside Viking, notorious amount of DSP, when I outed BSV as a pedo as well. Ask Exceptional Detective about it. Good times. Apparently DSP has a mod that's a pedo. Or was.
I heard about all that. That I heard about. But like he and Ross are teammates or some shit.
Tried to team up with him. Tuesday Money says thank you, Failure and Tonka. Fuck you, Google says we need McConaughey from Frailty on this one. Doku HLSD says Failure, replay that last part to drive that home. I don't know what to replay. Fuck you, Google, for $5.
The last thing where he just says it. There's no funny things. There's nothing funny about it. There's no lesson to be learned other than here is this piece of shit, and he's still a piece of shit.
Yeah. Alright, fuck you, Google says this has been the most real, disturbing, depressing Kumite ever. Please report this sick fuck to the FBI, even though they will probably ignore it. That's a sad reality too. That even if people do have information, there's not enough proof to actually stick anything on this guy.
Not wrong.
Ein here jar Mad Cat for 2 says my life is lesser for this. Thanks, Kumite. Look, if you guys got something you can stick him on, send it to the FBI, send it to whatever. If enough people hit them up, they have to investigate something, no?
I would assume. I would fucking assume.
You'd hope. You'd hope if a fucking bunch of people are reporting a teacher aide pedophile that they would get off their asses.
You'd like to think, but there's a lot of stuff with like going on shows and shit like that. So he goes on to a show. He said some things on the internet. You know, it probably depends on like all kinds of shit that I don't want to think about. That's probably what it depends on. I was really irritated.
Yeah.
It's like I am a bit bothered.
What are the odds that none of this exists and it's just a troll?
I don't know.
Like, I'm hoping it's just a fucking troll and none of this exists. Like, there's no school and no... But if it's fucking legit, then yeah, like...
I'm with you. I hope he's a fucking retard who's just trying to get attention on the internet, but... I'm really afraid that that's not the case. Just the way he talks, there's this weird... It's like all the shit, it's just a weird fucking creepiness about it that all kinds of fucking wrong. Just every kind of wrong. I don't know. It's the way he talked about it just bothered the fuck out of me. Like I had just woke up from being out and I come back in and there's just this guy casually talking about being a pedophile. And he works with kids.
The Guardian says, failure, it's not a troll.
I can hope. I do hope.
FUI, yeah, Jim and Ross were on. Just go back fucking 2 hours. You'll hear them going at it.
It was a thing. That happened.
I'm dead inside after this.
You're dead inside?
Just the fact that, like, somebody's just so blatant, like, yeah, I'm a pedophile, but it's okay because I haven't done anything yet, and then we find out, like, oh no, actually, he did fucking already touch a kid. Great.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what he told King of Pole, was that he had touched a kid. That was why he went to do all this shit. That's why he went to go get help. I hate this. I really hate it a lot. Hate him. Like fucking, I don't know.
Like I said, I'm not even a fucking fan of kids. I don't like being around kids. I find them annoying, but it's just a humanity thing. I think you said it best earlier, is people going after weak people. It's a real bad.
I'm gonna pick off the weak. There's so many elements about the guy that I hate. He is the kind of person that I hate in the world. He's also really dumb. He's made it weird, but like that kind of person, just pick on the fucking weak. Like, I don't know. He is just an outrageously fucking weak person himself.
Yeah.
But he'll pick on the, fucking toddlers.
Yeah. Well, fuck you, Google says seriously spam the FBI with this stream. And the Guardian said, is it bad when even an admitted pedophile disavowed Destiny, just saying. That's the odd part. The odd part where he just tried to throw Destiny under the bus.
I'm better than Destiny. Well, that was a weird, like, trying to be chummy with people thing, you know. I don't know what that guy thought was gonna happen talking to Jim. Like, it seemed like he thought that Jim wanted to talk to him. I don't know, in a different manner than the way they talk.
Like here, yeah, guys, go back 2 hours in the stream. You'll hear you'll hear Ross and Metokur yelling at each other. But here's the thing with Destiny. Destiny argues these retarded points just for the sake of arguing it. I don't think he really believes in ethical CP. I just believe he likes to fucking argue with people. This guy believes in fucking being a pedophile.
Yeah, Destiny's a goofy little shit. Now he's holding water for Dorito Gate. He is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the same fears out of fucking Destiny that I have out of this guy. Like, this guy is actively working with kids and has apparently, or he tells people that he touched kids or a kid. I want to make it sound worse, not that it's fucking just a miserable shit situation. It really makes you just have very little faith in how anything gets done, honestly.
How's your drink?
It's alright. It's alright.
Alcir says for 5 Canadian bucks, you guys legit sound depressed as F, which is completely understandable. Well, you were angry. You vented it out.
Nah, I'm still fucking, I don't know, man. I'm not in the same mood I was in like 10 minutes ago, but I finished that cup, so. I don't know. It's people can call it primitive and shit if they fucking. I don't care. Like, that's the kind of thing where it's just like I want to lay hands on somebody. And if I can't lay hands on somebody, what am I supposed to do?
Like, now that we've dealt with the real Ross, is fake Ross even worth having around anymore?
He was never worth having. I said that. I already said that. He was never worth having around. Fake Ross is a fucking joke.
Mm-hmm. Because even fake Ross wouldn't play along with the pedophile thing, would he?
I don't fucking know. I never talked to him about it. I caught on that he was fake pretty quick. I never got why someone would want to be fake pedophile, man. But I don't understand a lot of things. I don't know. I'm getting another drink.
Okay, let me see. Guardian for 5 says, I have on good authority that Jonathan Ross has evidence that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton. Doku HLSD says someone archived the audio, and Ross Effie, you piece of shit. By the way, yeah, any of the channels, if you want to fucking chop this up, if you want to put an entire segment of Metokur versus Ross, go ahead, put it on your channels. Feel free to use whatever from this stream. Nemesis Raccoon says for 5, going to sleep now, but I hope you guys can get the best sleep you can despite the situation. Thanks for all the normal fun you guys give us. Fuck you, Google for 2 says this shit literally killed my 750 milliliter 100 proof buzz. Yeah, I feel that. Got nothing to say. Like, I get like, especially like the parents in the fucking stream that wanted to go at him. Yeah. A recap on what the fuck we had Ross in here. Metokur and Ross went back and forth. Just go back 2 hours. You might miss a few things, but you'll get into the middle of Metokur and Ross going back and forth, and Ross admitting to being attracted to fucking children and shit. And he works as a teacher's aide and sees no problem with, you know. Yeah. And so, yeah, Tonka and Metokur yelled at him. I tried to... Here's the thing. I wanted to yell at him, too, but then it would have totally... Like, you heard him, you know, like, oh, well, this is a 3-on-1, 3-on-1. Like, no, I made sure to stay out of it, so... At worst, it was a 2-on-1, you know? But I definitely wanted to jump in there. It's just... I know he would have, like, if it was truly a 3-on-1, he would have jumped off. I don't know. I think what's bothering me right now is the fact that I didn't get to yell at him. Like, I think yelling at him would have been somewhat therapeutic. The fact that this is just like... really just had... Like, I had no idea that that's what the dude was about. I figured he was just some dude that did some weird shit. One of Metokur's weird fucking people. I saw a bathtub in the thumbnail. I thought maybe, oh, well, he must, you know, like, take shits on himself in the bathtub or something like that. I never expected it was gonna be some fucking pedophilia shit. I would have preferred the shitting in bathtubs part. But no, instead we got pedophilia dude.